Hello there. So I wanted to show you my indoor pepper garden. It's kind of an update of the last video I had of them, except I had to start over because my dog tore up my plants when I put them outside in the end of April. Today is July 4th, Independence Day 2013. And I'm here in Scottsdale, Arizona. It's pretty hot outside. Last week we had a high temperature of about 119 degrees and 118, 117 throughout the week. It is now about 112 out today or so. So this is kind of fun to have a little bit of greenery out inside the house when everything outside is pretty much wilted and dead. So this is a fun hobby to do, and I'll show you a little bit about how I have my setup going. So I'll start with the plants here. Now pretty much all of these are the extremely hot peppers. So I will go through and show you. So I just transplanted these today. These are in 1-gallon pots. This one is a Carolina Reaper planted on May 29th, 2013. And this one here is a Fatal 2 pepper planted pretty much the same date, May 26, 2013. This one here is a yellow lemon drop pepper planted April 26th of 2013. This one here is a ghost pepper planted April 20th of 2013. This one here is my mini mixed bell pepper I started a long time ago in February 26th of 2013. This one I had outside for about a month or so, about the middle of end of April, I should say, and left it out there, and it started to do well, but I'll get into why it looks the way it looks in a second. This one here is a Trinidad scorpion planted same as the other ones around May, the end of May 2013, and you can see it's got a couple little buds right there, little flowers getting ready to come out. And this one here is a Trinidad scorpion as well, and it's got a couple little flowers there you can kind of see. And so these are the little ones starting out. I'll go through them. This one here is a Fatal 2 pepper. This one here is a clone from the ghost pepper, and I cloned it June 1st, and it's doing pretty well. This one here is a Carolina Reaper, started from seed, and it was started on the 27th of May. And this one here is mini mixed bell pepper off of the bigger plant here. Tried to clone, and it's doing well. Now this one here is a purple pepper clone from this plant over here, which has been outside, and so I've noticed that basically this plant has been given tap water outside, and probably because of the heat, very hot outside, obviously, it looks like this. But honestly, it's kind of always looked like this ever since about a week or two. They've been outside with the other ones before my dog got at the other ones. So they've kind of had really bad, you know, a little bit of insect problems, maybe some, you know, it's probably, I'm pretty sure, you know, it's the tap water too. So this is the result, I would say, of the tap water. All these plants here have been fed nutrients, and these are the nutrients I've been using. And this is the natural bug spray I've been using. It has neem oil in it, and it works pretty well. But I also mix this with Dawn dish soap, and that pretty much controls the gnats. Now, all these plants have been fed distilled water, and I'm almost positive that that's why they look the way they look, so lush and green and doing so well. Now, when they get the deficiency, like the magnesium and the calcium, I give them a little bit of this, and it seems to help with the problem. So, the other thing I want to show you is, on my previous video, I was using a 250 watt metal halide light, and you know, it did work pretty well, but because of the summer months here in Arizona, the electricity gets very expensive, so I switched over to this fluorescent light, which is that brand right there, and it's a 4-tube one, and this is the result of that light. I'm gonna say it pretty much worked as well as the metal halide light, but the difference was the metal halide light had an inline fan, it needed a ballast, and it got very hot. So this light runs cool. It uses probably, you know, a little less than half the electricity. I was averaging about, with the metal halide light and everything that runs it, about $25 or so a month in electricity. That is with 18 hours of light on, 6 hours of light off. And this one is about a 90 watt, and it's on the same amount of time, and this is the result. Pretty much all of these are the result of this light only, except for the mini bell pepper. And you know, I don't have any peppers right now going, but hopefully we'll see some here in a little while. This little yellow lemon pepper has a few flowers. The mini bell pepper has a lot of flowers, but it's very, it's not quite as green and lush, and you know, I pretty much think it's due to the water. So, I mean, if you want good results, I would say use distilled water, you know, and see how it works. But this light is only basically a 90 watt. It's a 24 inch by, I think it's like 16 inches or so, and I have them in this grow tent. This grow tent is a 32 inch by 32 inch Earthworth grow tent, and I have them in there because I don't want it so bright in the house. It's, you know, at nighttime this can get very bright, so it pretty much keeps the light, you know, so it's just not so bright everywhere, and it kind of keeps the temperature really nice, around 85 degrees or so. So I just wanted to show you this, and you know, these tents are pretty nice. You know, there's somewhat enough room for everything. Everything in here, in the bigger pots. These four right here, sorry, 5, are all in 1-gallon pots. This is my ghost pepper, and as you can see, it's it's doing very well. Really green and doing really well. And that one's in a 3-gallon pot, and so is the mini mixed bell pepper. Now, so the light is on a timer, and this is a pretty fun hobby to do when it's hotter than hell outside and nothing really grows, or in the winter time. It's really fun hobby, especially you got some really hot peppers growing, and you can make different spicy foods and whatnot. But it's definitely a fun hobby, and I think these indoor gardening seems to actually work a lot better. I have better luck indoors here with these than outdoor. But when the weather cools off in the fall, maybe I might put them outside. But in the springtime, I'll definitely have a jump start on everything, and I'll have them out there and see how well they do. And I will only feed them distilled water, because I'm basically 100% sure that tap water is no good, because you can see the result. And this one was in the condition these all are in, but I started feeding it tap water because I just they were outside, and that's how I got lazy, and pretty much everything died as the temperature shot above 110 degrees, and also my dog killed my other ghost pepper plants and my Carolina Reaper, so I had to start over. But I can tell you that the light honestly makes it hasn't seemed to make a difference versus the other light. And I got all this on Amazon, and the light was about 80 bucks. The tent was about 80 bucks, and then I'm just using regular Miracle Grow potting soil. So fun hobby, something to do in the summertime. That's it's kind of neat. So if you have any questions, just leave me some comments, and I'll try and answer them the best I can. So hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you like seeing my plants, and yeah, yeehaw.